Hello and welcome to Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, Episode 2. So, if you read the description of Episode 1, you'll know that I recorded this back in 2008, so I might not always know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, but okay, let's get this thing going. So I just got a new ride, the pirate ship Yar. Just checking out the funding for research, and now I'm going to build it somewhere. Let's see where I end up. I think it's gonna be right there, yes. And later on there's gonna be other pirate themed rides in this area. So there we have the entrance and exit, and then some paths leading to them, of course. First the exit from two different directions, and then adjusting the settings of the ride itself. And now the queue line, going for some yellow for some reason. One thing I don't like about RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 is that feature they added in the expansions of RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 was lost. The fact that you could choose the railing thingies for the queue lines and paths from different options. Now it's just available for some of the yellow ones, and the other colors are always look the same. Anyway, now we have a queue there, so setting up the price to 4, I think. That's what I usually do for these medium intensity thrill rides. Then setting up the mechanic. You should always put the patrol area so they don't just wander off. Maximize the efficiency. Now I'm setting up some handymen here. There. And what's going to happen next? Looking at some rides, of course, an info kiosk near the entrance, so the guest will buy some maps and maybe umbrellas. Don't know if it rains often in this forsaken desert. Oh, Bumbly Bazaar. Yellow umbrellas. Some pads, of course. Some queue lines. There's already a bunch of people waiting to get on it. Now, of course, we need a name for the ride. And surprise, surprise, I end up with something from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The Black Pearl, or the Curse of it, actually. Adding some colors there. Black, of course. And the entrance is going to be wooden style. And then some benches. I like to do 2 or 3 benches and then a trash can or some lights, street lamps. More benches everywhere. Then trash cans, going for the round Indian type maybe. Oh, nope, lamps first. Green ones. Kinda wish there were more lamp types. And also some trash bins. Going for the standard ones apparently. And more benches. Why not? Maybe a bit overkill. There's no stalls in the area yet. Now, what am I doing? Looking at some guest information. Money budget. Ride tickets up to almost 3,000 per month. More Q-line TVs. What will happen next? Looking around. Maybe build something. Some paths, apparently. Oh, I think I'm going to make some stalls here. Yes, food area with some corridor-like paths. Fence it up. Very interesting. Or not. Going for the slabs, whatever. Rocks, I don't know. Ooh, we have a new ride, reverser roller coaster. Going for the stone benches to mix it up. I think they go well with the stone paths. More lamps and more benches, and then of course the trash cans. Some more trash cans somewhere, so people won't throw their leftover food things on the ground. There we go, and now for the stalls. What am I going to go with? Seafood, of course. It fits the pirate theme well. And let's give it a name, shall we? Or I shall. Captain who? Sparrow, of course. Captain Sparrow Squid. Yummy. Just the price a bit, no, it's the same as in the bazaar area. Then a drink stall. Going with the lemonade one, I think. Yes. Later on I'm going to build a roof and some walls over this feeding area. Whatever you wanna. Now let's get a name for this one. I'm thinking hard, I can see that. Another captain. Oh, it's Barbosa this time. Captain Barbosa's beer. Lovely. How original. Maybe some more stalls, a bathroom somewhere. Maybe when I get to live commentary, this will be more interesting. I did some testing today and got it working after a couple of hours of fiddling around with settings and stuff. I actually ended up having to use 2 sound cards to successfully record both the game sounds and microphone. Luckily I do have 2 sound cards, one on the motherboard, which is Realtek something, and then an internal one, which is a Sound Blaster XFI. Anyways, back to the game. I'm adjusting the research apparently. Nope. Yes, I'm looking at what it's developing currently, thinking of what to build next. I think the next ride is going to be a splash boat, if I remember correctly. But first some security, so the benches and stuff stay intact. Setting up his patrol area there. Room for future expansions of the pathways. Same thing for the handyman. Now what's going on? I'm looking around for something. Oh yes, one more handyman to clean up the pukes. Setting up his patrol area. I can tell that later on the queue line for the twist ride is going to be covered as well. And there's going to be a pyramid on top of the simulator, motion simulator. And there's going to be a log flume in this area also. And the roller coaster about here. And a Roman themed area, or classical, whatever. And a circus ride, if my memory serves me correctly. And a maze also. And oops, my recording almost stopped, but it's still going. Stupid screensaver. Now adding some benches here. It's going to be a pyramid right on top of that simulator. It's going to be inside eventually. This is going to be an Egyptian themed area. Some sphinxes and whatnot. Here's going to be a Roman classical area. And to the south or whatever, down ways, the pirate area. It's going to have another roller coaster as well. And then towards the left bottom direction is going to be a whatchamacallit, Wonderland area with those moving spiders and butterflies and giant carrots. And demands at work. Need to add some litter bins on this path. And I think the end of this episode is coming soon, so click the annotation to watch the next one. Couple more seconds to add these bins, and then it's on to the next episode, where we will see some splash boats.